Alright, welcome back to the channel. I did a little poll yesterday to see which bike I should build up for cheap bike build-off challenge, and the consensus seems to be that the step through rat bike is way cooler, way more special. So, and yeah, maybe fitting into the idea of doing a real budget build, because that Rattendell that I showed would be difficult to fit into the limit. What I've done with the bike now is that I did light massaging of the fork, so now I'm able to fit thick slick, which is a 50mm really fat tire, so that's okay. And today I need to address this bottom bracket, which is not looking very happy, so I'm gonna chase that with the cyclist tool with some cutting oil. And then I was looking through the build kit for the bike, so I'm gonna see how it looks with some polished shiny parts with all of the black and the raw frame. So I got this suspension stem. I just gotta find an expander bolt for that. It looks something like that. I need to decide what kind of bars I use with that. That in combination with some the Ore MT60. I really like these cranks, so polish them up. They could use another polish, and put on just big ring, small ring. So I'll see if that fits, because this is gonna come pretty close. If it fits, I'm gonna do like a manual low gear, so there's not gonna be any front derailleur. If I use this one, I'm gonna have to shift it manually by hand. But it looks pretty cool with the black chain rings. And with that I found very cheap bottom bracket that I will reuse, Shimano. And for the front brake, to try to match color of the frame, so Magura. Also this is, I guess, carbon fiber, pretty nice part. That should fit into the concept. So I'm gonna get going with that and see how it turns out. Also found a rack with some very ugly bags, so I'm probably gonna use that and see how it looks, just to make it a little bit more freaky. I'll be damned. That's never gonna fit. Yeah, then it's gonna be a 1x. So I'm gonna turn this into a Ghetto 1x crank, normal 110 BCD chainring. So when you use one chainring, the normal bolts are actually too long. So what you can do, is that sometimes when you take apart the chain rings from the cranks, you find this washer. So this washer actually fits over the normal bolt, and that gives you enough space to be able to mount it without having any special 1x short bolts. So good trick to know. So let's get this guy mounted up. So basically it looks like that. You have that little washer, and then it's actually biting and securing the bolt. Guess that looks okay. Oh, now we have plenty of space. Right, bottom bracket is mounted, chainring on the outer position. I didn't fasten the crank arms yet, just want to have a look to see if this is really what I want to do. There needs to be some consistency in the madness. So, although it's a mullet, same black rims, and what's really amazing is same XH silver hubs, silver seat post, polished silver Deore cranks, and maybe this little suspension part of that guy. So you always need to sit back, look at your creation, kind of feel it. Is this right now? Not sure about that stem. Probably looks cooler with the moto bars, so I'm gonna have to go back to that. But I think the cranks and black chainring is a go. So I'm gonna fasten that. And then it's time for the brakes. For the brake, since I'm not running a rear brake due to the 26-year wheel. Should be fine. It's like kill your shins pedals. It's like gnarly. Perfect. God damn it, how many bikes do we have here? Went out to the garage and I found some other parts. Doing some mockups now. Some bullhorn bars. It's not looking too bad. And I checked this suspension stem. Actually, it feels pretty darn good. I just tighten it up and it's actually working. So I might use that one. Then I think I found the donor for the missing expander and bolt. So I'm gonna try to fix, because it's missing from that cool stem. I found some really suicide pedals. This will make a meatloaf out of my shins if I ever smack them in there. Well Go LU953. Already got the rust, but they are actually, bearings feel fine, they're spinning fine, and kind of follow the design theme with a little bit of black and rust and some silver polish part. So I think I'm gonna use those. And then I need a friction shifter. That's a pretty nice one, XT. Someone chewed on this one or used the tool to try to move it. It works fine. It got kind of the gray accent color here, and the gray accent color would also be on this XCD rear derailleur, because that will fit perfectly, let's see here, with the Magura brakes. I also found a Gervin stem, which is super cool. So I might try to use this one instead. I'll put it on there, do a mock-up. And finally, that saddle doesn't look bad, but it's very hard and uncomfortable. So this one is kind of short and compact. It should be very comfortable for this type of bike. Try to install that and then decide. But yeah, it's really moving forward now. It's a different saddle in place. I think that looks okay. It's gonna be comfortable. And the suicide pedals also looking good. So next step is to transplant this bolt. Hope it's gonna fit into that one. Yep, just a minute. So that seems to work. Just gonna is it cool? Is it not cool? I don't know. I'm not quite sold on this. Yeah, let's see. Mock-up number 37. This is motor bars a slingshot stem. That's a really comfortable setup. And it looks pretty good too. Yeah, it's not getting easier to decide what to do. Got the rear derailleur installed. It's gonna look good. I also managed to find the shifter, one of my favorite shifters. It's a Sun Tour, right? Old Sun Tour XCD, but really nice. You can run it in friction mode and you can run it in 7-speed index, but everything is very nice. There's no plastic. The feeling in it is superb. So this will go on as soon as I can decide which bars and stem to use. Maybe I try the motor bars with the suspension stem, then I need a shim for that. Yeah, okay.